Hey everyone, welcome to our video series, Canal Days, and thanks for joining us for today's episode of the Monumental Bridges within Chicopee, Massachusetts. I am your host, Carrie, along with my co-host, local historian and founder of the Historical Tours of Greater Holyoke, Robert Coleman. As your personal tour guide, Robert will lead you through some of the most iconic sites and their legends of historic significance throughout New England's preeminent and pivotal state of Massachusetts. With his expert insights, every monument and memorial story comes to life. Afterwards, don't forget to check out his website, holyokecanaltour.org, to access the full Canal Days video and podcast series. Also, check out his free in-person public tours he offers throughout Western Mass and the 2025 schedule for these special events. You can also book personalized private tours for groups of all sizes, tailored to your interests. To discover all that and much more, remember to log on to holyokecanaltour.org. And so, Robert, can you recount for us some of the monumental bridges found throughout Chicopee and their historical significance?
Yes, I'll tell you some of them are historic, but I'll also tell you some of those that aren't very historic. And so thus, there's the David Bridge, which used to be, before it was called that, a covered bridge in the Chicopee Center area over the Chicopee River. Named after William David, the last officer to die for the United States in World War I. There's the Dady Bridge, which we'll walk over, also named after a person from World War I. It's in the Chicopee Falls neighborhood over the same river. And there's another bridge further upstream. There's also the Willamette Bridge from 1893, which became also a trolley bridge, and it was in the Willamette neighborhood, a very old bridge, and it's always been a green bridge. And then over the Connecticut River also is the Connecticut River train line next to that Willamette Bridge. That's been there even longer, from 1845. And it's quite old. Its buttresses are still there, and it's still an active railroad line with a new top to it, but the buttresses are almost 200 years old now. That's incredible. Then there are the interstate. There's many smaller bridges around, and of course these bridges all have their history, but most of them aren't that old, so they'll develop.
And can you disclose and illustrate the bridge you've chosen to show us featured in this episode?
Yes, the Dady Bridge is very close to the start of the former Chicopee Falls Canal. There's still a power station there, although the canal is filled in. And that's very important because this is the first power canal in Chicopee. And also, it's been changed many times. It brackets the neighborhood of Chicopee Falls, which is on both sides of the river. And we're going to see that it has a lot of traffic too. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and even some little traffic will be a little less for us, but we'll get to see. There's a professional building on this side in the courthouse plaza. Of course, the courthouse is behind it. There's the United States Postal Station behind that. And up this way are churches and more churches. We're going to go over that bridge. So now we're on the other side of the street, and we want to get up towards the bridge. There's a very busy intersection, like I told you. Church Street, which is where the Edward Bellamy House is located halfway down the street. Broadway Street cuts up the side. Right now, we're on Main Street. MacArthur Square was here one time. It's been moved upwards. The Baptist Church is up in the corner. There's a flood control wall here, put up in 1940 by the Corps of Engineers. There's an electric station behind it. And then here is where railroad tracks were one time, And there's where the start of the Chicopee Falls Canal was. Now a power station takes water in here and pumps it through a hydroelectric power station right there. So you can see the falls of the Chicopee Falls are right here. There's a bit of a falls here, but the dam's on the other side from us. Now you can see the railroad station. You can see the railroad tracks going up, and then there's a dike system starting that's very big, try to prevent floods from coming into the Chicopee Falls area. There's very big water vats, putting the water towards the turbines and dropping the water onto them to make hydroelectric power. Right, and that's Chicopee River going out into Chicopee Center where it meets another canal, and that canal's still there, and it still makes hydroelectric energy, even though in the past it made hydromechanical. Now the dam itself is on the other side, so catch my video on that one, and also on the St. George Church, which is there, the Baptist Church over there. Now Chicopee Falls is a neighborhood split in two by the Chicopee River, and so the streets up here like Montgomery Street, Groton Street, Sheridan Street, Memorial Drive all start over here. And thanks for coming along.